But then... what's this? Softener. I don't want a softener. Is there loot in the washer? Nope. What is that? Buttons? The slits. Well, that's not subtle at all, is it? The slits? What's going on? There's no notes here. Oh, this is like an addition. Alright, so this is like the backyard, but an addition. I still don't think the laundry would do this. Shouldn't the laundry open to the outdoors? And this should be like a different thing? Never mind, it's not that important. I think it's meant to be like an addition to the house and not an original part of the house. Oh, that works here, right? What is this? The Accidental Pariah with a lot of notes in it. Manuscript? Accidental Human. Oh, that's writing again. Good, it's not a complete failure. He's found a weird publisher and he's writing more things. Strong Pines. A couple's counseling retreat in the beauty of Columbia Gorge. Oh, that's where they're going. Couples counseling. I wonder if Mum really had the affair, or if that was just a close call. The Accidental Savior? Oh, great! He actually published with these guys. From the pen of Terence Greenbrier, dear Cass, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript which completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I'm grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite where I thought they did. Alright, good on you, Dad. Good on you. Jazz. Get published. This is a typewriter. It is a mechanical device that puts letters on a piece of paper. It is of ancient origin, possibly dating back even to the ancient Egyptians. We don't use these anymore because we have computers. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved a president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No, the life you save this time will be your own. Dun dun dun. That's pretty cool. What is this? Examine map. Secret door! Under stairs! Where we'll do it. Midnight, June 5. Final preparations are complete. Wait a minute. What does that mean? This secret under stairs.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. Then ran up to the attic to look through our photos. To find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. And there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
She's going to basic training. She's not gonna die unless something terrible happens. Why are you people being so dramatic? What? No, what are you doing? What is this? What is this? Grab name tag. Oscar. Oh, I see. Grab book. Possession and exorcism. It's not real. Don't. Alright, never mind. Attic key. Alright, we're gonna finally go up to the attic at some point.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Oscar. Alright, well, that's hilarious. Alright, let's go back upstairs. Is she dead? Are we gonna find her corpse? Or we're just gonna find her hiding in the attic? She's been pretty dramatic all this time. Unless I'm not Katie, unless I'm Lonnie. Plot twist. Alright, what are you doing, Sam? What are you doing? What are you... Mistletoe? Are these Christmas decorations? What's going on here? Look, it's a bed, examine drawing. Sam, I will always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick-ass, I love you, Lonnie. Alright. What do you mean, had?
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the 3rd one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being a part and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us. And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Are you sure? You need money to live. There is a place for you, like, here at home. We can, like, talk to our parents, and you can be a lesbian couple, and everything's gonna be fine. Well, apparently, okay, she's not dead. And apparently the person on the phone was Lonnie, and they're gone. She's off to Salem, and they're driving off into the sunset. Great, I guess? What is that? Oh, that's her uniform, army uniform. Hands. 2 different hands, holding hands, that's cool. Photography. These chemicals are dangerous, by the way, like, I think they can set things on fire and make you go blind and all that. Oh, that's cool, look at that photo. Drawer, nope, drawer, close drawer, open drawer, what is this? Photo paper, great. And drawer, no, open drawer. More photo paper. More photo paper, alright, that's the photo paper. And that's the end of the game, I think. What is this? Read letters to Katie, hello.
Katie, I'm so sorry.
What'd you do?
That I can't be there to see you in person. That I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal, and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me. And you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
I don't think that that's the smartest thing you can do. I'm pretty sure we can talk to our parents. And you don't have to be, I don't know, beggars somewhere on the other side of the country. Alright, well, there's the story. Do you listen to the rest of this? Okay, I'm just gonna respect them enough to go through the entire credits. It's a pretty decent story, I think. Not... I think it's a good story to tell and a good story to listen to. but it's not enough by itself to really explain all the issues. Although I don't think they were trying to do that. I think they were just kind of trying to present one story of one person and to increase understanding of, you know, LGBT issues and all that kind of stuff. And to that end, that's good, that's enough. But it's not like it tells us how to deal with all the problems. I don't think it solves anyone's problems, because in the end she Sam just ran away from home. Is that good? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if that's necessary even. The parents, just singing is pretty bad. I'm sorry if this is your thing. I'm sorry, but I think this is pretty bad. So the parents disapproved of the lesbian hanky-panky, which, you know, that happens. But, you know, it doesn't seem like it was impossible to bring them around. It doesn't seem like it was impossible to explain to them. Don't know if it's necessary to run away, and maybe it is, who knows. I mean, I'm not Sam, right? And I'm not Katie or any one of those. Alright, good story. Good story. Maybe not enough. It's a decent story, but I would have wanted more. As in, I would have wanted more nuance and maybe more what's the word? Something more revealing, something more like a bigger epiphany, like a bigger, like there was never a moment where you thought, okay, and now I get it. There's never a moment where, you know, I really understood. I mean, I understand the whole thing, but it was never a point where you don't know what's going on, and then everything makes sense. Like there wasn't a moment where everything just clicked. So it was as a storytelling sort of a thing. The story didn't have the impact that I would like. But it's not a. I'm not saying that this is, you know, bad. I'm just saying that it's not the best story in the world. These guys aren't the best story writers in the world. But that's okay, because, you know, I'm sitting at a pretty high standard for that. Does it sufficiently talk about LGBT issues or teenage issues? I think it helps. The story helps a little bit. And maybe if you've never met a gay person in your life and you just don't know anything about homosexuality or even sexuality in general, maybe it helps you a little bit if you're a teenager or a youngster. But, you know, from my perspective, I didn't learn anything new, right? I didn't really it wasn't any sort of revelation to me. But maybe that's okay. Maybe not everything has to work for me. I don't know if running away from home really is a good answer, though. Because if you consider like a story, you know, stories are... I mean, the point of a story, I mean, there's the entertainment, but there's also the teaching. Like, you know, you read stories because they tell you about a situation that presumably you've never experienced before, and therefore you get to learn what it's like to be in a different situation. So there's an educational perspective to stories. And when the story ends with, I ran away from home and now I'm happy, maybe the story should have been that, you know, we talk to our parents and we can convince our parents to change their mind, because that would be a better outcome. Like, you know, what's the ideal outcome for a child coming out to his or her parents that they're gay? The ideal outcome is the parents being understanding and accepting their children and loving them. So the ideal outcome is that. And so, you know, if you make a story where you tell that and everybody is happy in the end, and you don't have to run away from home, that would be a better outcome. And I know that, you know, not everything ends up with the happy ending. But if we're saying, hey, this is how society should be, and this is how you can do things to get the outcomes you want, then I feel like it would be more useful to people if they told that story and they say, well, as parents, you should accept your children for who they are, and if they do, even if it takes some convincing, that would be a better story. It would be a better thing to emulate. It would be a better thing for the parents to accept that, rather than having the kid run away and God knows what they're gonna do by themselves with no money, right? So I feel like that would be a more ideal, a better story to tell. If you want to use your story to encourage certain behaviors, that would be the behavior you want to encourage, more than running away from home, I think. Anyway, well, that's it. That's Gone Home. It's not even a game, bro. So I'll just leave this here. And good story. Not sure how much money it's worth. Maybe it's one of these things where I would gift it to a person who needs help. I think that's what I would do if I had to kind of pay money for this. I would gift it to teenagers, and maybe I should. Maybe I should. Alright, I'll see you guys in the whatever else I play next.